Hello everybody, it's me, Gloatysock, with another video on my official YouTube channel. And today, well, it's going to be quite a big video actually, because I am calling upon my faithful off-camera assistant to give me a hand with this is a pamphlet that came through the door that showed them. That's why the government believes that voting to remain in European Union is the best decision for the UK. See, now I lifted that by myself because I don't know why really. Off-camera assistant can do that for me now. So anyway, we're gonna have a look because I think some of you know what my position is. I did have a chat about it on Gloatysock Live a while ago, but basically I think that EU is anti-democratic. It tries to do some good things, yes, but you can't just hold a monopoly on doing good things and then anyone who says, well, hang on a minute, aren't you a little bit running a bit crooked, and do you not sort of supersede the local government and everything, the member state governments, Anyway, that's boring. But anyway, let's read it and see what happens. Because basically, I want out. So I'm going to see if I can be convinced the other way by this pamphlet. Okay, so first page. Can you bring it into shot, please? That's right. Thank you. It says an important decision for the UK. Show them it so they can see. The focus is fixed. It's an important decision for the UK. What have we got over here? Oh, look, it's a date. This is your chance to decide your future and the future of the United Kingdom. It is important that you vote. See? Okay, hang on. I'll read it to you. It says, on Thursday, the 23rd of June, there'll be a referendum. This is the basic stuff, yeah. Oh, hang on. I'll start on the front page, actually, because I didn't do that bit. Right. Yeah, why the government believes... No, it's over there. No, it's over there, that's it. Why the government believes that voting remain in the European Union is the best decision for the UK. Well, that's a bit of misleading from the beginning, isn't it? Because it says why the government... meaning our government, I'm guessing, and not the European government. Well, if you look at our government, right, well, there's lots of MPs, for example, if you consider that the government, they don't want to be in. And then, so there's certainly not an agreement. And then you look even at the cabinet, quite a few people in the cabinet, like Michael Gove, yeah, he doesn't want to be in. So why is the government? That's a bit misleading. I mean, I don't like these pamphlets anyway. I think it's why they're spending £9 million plus of government money, of state money, to try and persuade us to do certain things. Anyway, let's go on. Hang on. Open it up. I've got an assistant help me. Right. As I was saying, on Thursday, 23rd... Oh, I'm going off camera. Sorry. On Thursday, the 23rd of June, there will be a referendum. It's your opportunity to decide if the UK remains in the European Union. Okay, that seems fairly impartial. It's a big decision, which will affect you, your family, and your children for decades to come. Now, see, they're already up in the stakes there. This is like, get the fear in as soon as you can. Right, okay, see. Do you really want to change something? It's already implying that, it's... and to be honest, this might not have that much of an effect. Okay. The UK has a special status in a reformed EU. We will not join the Euro. Well, we came very close to that, and they've wrote Euro in small letters. I thought Euro was written in big little e. We will keep our own border controls. Well, that's doing a great job at the minute, isn't it? Border controls, because people are... our good friends over in France, they've got people stacked up in the millions. They've only just started moving a few of them, And we've been fast-tracked. People have been fast-tracked through Europe. Oh, pass on to the next one. Pass on to... Over to the UK. I've seen that for years. So This all seems a bit in. It's like, oh, we're hanging on to the wonderful situation we've got, but I'm not convinced it's that wonderful. The UK will not be part of further European political integration. Well, look, there was a pamphlet last time around, 1974, and it said something similar. Yeah, and if you listen to what some of the European people are saying, they're like, no, well, this is all nonsense. We know we're going to do this. This is the project, further integration, European superstate. So this just seems completely misleading. He's got no grounds to say this, whoever this mysterious person is that wrote this. There will be tough no access restrictions to our welfare system for no EU migrants. Yeah, well, look, this is to do with this agreement. I think he's talking about this agreement he went over. Oh, I negotiated this thing, and he came back with his white piece of paper. What's that? You got an itch? Hang on. Alright, just hold that for you. Sorry, off-camera assistant was, he had an itch, and he's holding the thing down here, so I just took it. Yeah, sorry, yeah, yeah, he's talking about this agreement that he made with, Europe, supposedly, and now, just today, the vice president of the EU Parliament, I mean, I've got no idea what the structure is of this thing. It seems to be there's a Prime Minister of it and a EU President, and then you've got, head of the IMF, and then you've got on top of all that Angela Merkel's, haven't you? Huh? Anyway, let's say, what are we looking at? Oh, yes. What's it say? This leaflet... Oh, no, yeah. We have a commitment to reduce EU red tape. I mean, what does that mean? A commitment to reduce EU red tape. I mean, that's how long is a piece of red tape, really, isn't it? That doesn't mean anything at all. I mean, I thought the EU was wonderful, and then it says EU red tape. So, first part of this page, I'm unimpressed with. It goes on. The government believes the EU should remain... the UK should remain in the EU. Well, we've already said that's a bit of a fib, isn't it? The leaflet sets out the facts and explains what the government believes, or may not believe if you're Michael Gove or one of them types of people. A vote to remain in the EU is in the best interest of the people of the UK. Ooh. It shows some of the choices the EU would face if they were to vote to leave. Okay. If you would like further information, please visit the government's EU referendum website. I bet that's unbiased as well, eh? Biased propaganda so far. And that site is eureferendum.gov.uk. Well, I won't check that now. What's next? Oh, you've got a picture of a little calendar there. See? Oh, there it is. You can just about... I'm probably out of focus there. There's a calendar there. Okay, what does it say? I'm going to read it a bit off camera. I hope you don't mind. It says... This is your chance to decide your own future and the future of the United Kingdom. It's important that you vote. They're racking up the pressure again, aren't they? Next page, please, off-camera assistant. Alright, so facing page here is... I got a couple of people... Right, it's about jobs, stronger economy. So, but just have a look at this picture. This is the first thing that hit you, because it's the facing page, this, on the right-hand side. They put all the text on the left-hand side because nobody reads the left-hand side. It's a true fact. So here we are, somebody working, and look at that, honest workers. All right, see what they're getting at here. What does it say? Over 3 million UK jobs are linked to exports to the EU. Yeah, but it doesn't mean you're not going to export to the EU if you're not in the EU. We export to loads of places where we're not in the EU. We can set up exactly the same agreements, most likely. Anyway. Let's see what it says. A stronger economy, okay. The EU is by far the UK's biggest trading partner. Well, that's a little bit disingenuous at the beginning, because it's not, you're treating it all as one thing. There's about 50 countries in it. I mean, there's other countries we do good business with, and how much good business do we do with, I don't know. Oh, hang on. Oh. Sorry, screen went dim. What am I talking about? Yeah, how much good business do we do with some of the, teeny tiny countries? I don't know. How much cheese of ours has the French bought, for instance? Yeah? How many apples? What about the French when they destroyed all our orchards? We had the best apples in the world. Destroyed all our orchards. And they were having a go at the potatoes. Best potatoes in the world in the UK. I digress. The EU is by far the UK's biggest trading partner. EU countries by 44%. Yeah, because you keep making the EU bigger. Yeah, look what you've done to our agriculture. I mean, really, this is incredible. What they've done to our agriculture industries, unnecessary regulation that half of the EU countries don't even bother following. I'm getting really riled up with this. Anyway, I can continue. From 44%, from cars to insurance. So we can't sell them insurance in Europe. I mean, international currency trading. Do they not understand that goes on without the EU? It's just fear-mongering. It's ridiculous. Remaining inside the EU guarantees our full access to the single market. By contrast, leaving creates uncertainty and risk. Oh, it creates fear and uncertainty, does it? Do they think that people will say, you're no longer in the EU. This arrangement that we've had for you supplying us with this product is no longer appealing to us. We cast ye out. We cast ye out, British companies. Is that what they think happens? No, that's not the way it's going to work. The EU's single market has over 500 million customers, apparently. Well, that's marvellous. And an economy over 5 times bigger than the UK. The single market makes it easier and cheaper for the UK companies to sell their products outside the UK. Wonderful, yeah, that's great, that's marvellous. Except you can still do that with trade deals afterwards, and you don't have to have political integration, which is what we have at the minute. Being inside the EU also makes it more attractive for companies to invest in the UK. Really? How is that? Meaning more jobs over... I mean, that's a bit of a big statement to make, isn't it? With no justification. Over the last decade, foreign companies have invested 540 billion in the UK, equivalent to 148 million every day. Yeah, that's foreign company. I mean, sorry, they're saying that, I mean, I'm not keen on Chinese investment, but how much of that was Chinese and had nothing to do with the EU? And we can get investment... Oh, my eye's coming off. Sorry, I just better stick that on. There we go. Is that better? Yes. Oh, sorry about that. Yeah, I mean, that's ridiculous. Why even bring that up? I mean... No, I don't get it. And then they've got a lot of stuff like share of exports going to the EU. It's a table. It's not going to stop just because we're not in the EU. You don't have to be part of a trading bloc to sell people stuff. I'm not going to be bothered reading it, but most of them are quite a lot percentage-wise. But you'd expect that because they're the nearest partners. We still trade with... Do people not trade with Norway? They're not in the EU. Does nobody trade with them? Are they a failed state? Is their economy on the point of collapse? Is that what it is? Can somebody tell me? It's ridiculous. Okay. Next one says, improving our lives. Show the page. Improving our lives. Somebody with a shopping basket there and fear-mongering. What does it say? If the UK... Let's get this back in shot. If the UK voted to leave the EU, the resulting economic shock would result higher prices of some household goods. Economic shock? They're just not justified. They're creating... it's going to be economic shock. Do they not want to put confidence in our markets? And why are they going around telling people it's going to be an economic shock? It's like a scorched earth policy. It's ridiculous. Okay. I'm really not won over by this pamphlet so far. Sorry, Cameroon. You've really messed this one up. Improving our lives. Yes. Cost of living. Okay. If the UK voted to leave the EU, the resultant economic shock, there we go, economic shock again, will put pressure on the value of the pound. Oh, that'll be the pound we stuck with, which lots of people wanted us to give up to go for the euro. Yes, the pound, which hasn't had a complete collapse. we were able to revalue. We were able to get out of the mess. Oh, much like Greece did, because they've got... Oh, no, they don't have their own currency, because they were in the EU. Weren't they? In the EU, in the Euro. Yeah? Oh, much like the Republic of Ireland, either. Oh, no, sorry, they were stuffed, because they were in the Euro. Oh, very much like Iceland. Oh, no, they were in the Euro as well. So what happened to them? Lots of trouble. Oh, please, Germany, please help us. Yeah? No, this is ridiculous. If there's a shock, we'll ride it out because we can revalue our currency. And the pound is one of the strongest investment currencies in the world. Guaranteed by the crown, and that still means something in this day and age. Unlike the euro, which will probably be completely collapsed anytime soon. I'm getting quite riled up. Anyway, on we go. Losing access to the... Oh, sorry. It put pressure on the value of the pound, which would risk higher prices of some household goods and damage living standards. So they say, didn't do as much good in the living standards stake, not that we felt it that much, but didn't do much good when the euro went down the Swanee, did it? Euro nations were collapsing and we were dishing out money to countries we had nothing to do with to help them out. Dear me. Losing full access to the EU single market would make exporting to Europe harder and increase costs. Well, possibly it might create, we can set up trade agreements like many people do. We got trade agreements with China and all the rest of it. Norway can do it. Switzerland can do it. Why are we suddenly going to be struggling to set up trade agreements unless they're vindictive? But it seems like the people of most European countries, EU member states, they want out anyway, so I don't think they're going to be asking for it. It'll just be that cabal of devious souls that will be doing that, if they want to. And that's why they have to get rid of the EU. And I think if we go, EU's on its way out, mate. Travel abroad. Oh, now this is ridiculous. Millions of UK citizens travel to Europe each year. This has made this easier and cheaper. Oh, really? That's fantastic. The EU has made this easier and cheaper. Oh, yes. That's right. That's why nobody travels to anywhere else on their holidays. Yes, because people don't go to Jamaica, on their own accord, of course, and, or I don't know, Uzbekistan, Thailand. Nobody goes to those places because they're not in the EU. Honestly, it's ridiculous. EU reforms in the 1990s have resulted in a drop in fares of over £40 for lower cost flights. 40% drop. Oh yeah, well, wonderful. Is that really what's happened though? Is that really? I'm sorry, I don't believe it. Are they saying, oh, when the EU goes, you'll get shut out of that UK? No, because we just set up something, a transitory thing. People want to keep things going. Businesses are working on that basis. They're selling tickets on that basis. So it just continues. It just gets worked out. It's a trade deal. It's a deal, international deal. Other airports have these deals. It's ridiculous. For next year, mobile phone... they don't explain it at all. Oh, listen to this. This is a cracker, this. From next year, mobile phone roaming charges will be abolished across the EU. Saving UK customers up to 38p per minute on calls. Yes, they will be. And that only took about 20 years for them to sort out. Oh, thank you, EU. Thank you very much, EU. Oh, I'm eternally grateful for you for sorting that out. Very good. And of course, that would cease as soon as we're out. The moment we step out of the EU, that'll finish it. No, people are bonded to that. Yeah, that's it. It's not just a deal. That's not how it works. It's not how the system works. It's just fearmongering. It's ridiculous. Okay, on to the next bit. Sorry, lost my grip then. EU membership also gives UK... lost my page. EU membership also gives UK citizens travelling in other European countries the right to access free or cheaper public health care. Oh, that'll be like in Spain, where they try and charge you even if you've got a card. We're the only country that honours that job. Most other countries try and charge you. Oh, like in France, when I got charged as well. It's all right saying that, but we're the only ones that ever honour these things, in my experience. And the NHS is getting crippled by this stuff. People go, oh, I need this operation, or it cost me a fortune in France. Oh, no, I'll jump on the aeroplane and get it at local, show my card, and they have to treat me. In Britain, oh, that's thank you, kidneys out, replaced, do-do-do-do-do. NHS is spending a lot of money this year, says the Exchequer. What's going on? Oh, they're not realising that all these people from Holland have come over and all the rest of it. Stupid. Travel insurance covers your cost. Have travel insurance, which you should have anywhere. Stupid. Some would argue little would change if we left the EU. But there are no guarantees UK customers would keep these benefits if we left. More fare, by the way. There's just more random fare. Just chuck it in the fare. That's right. Oh, what happens if we leave? Here we go. This is like a protect and survive thing. Look, there we go. What would happen if we leave? Thank you, off-camera assistance. More than enough of your arm in that shot. Thank you. And your headset. Just there we go, shot. There you go. Thank you. And then there's the picture. Do the picture. Do I have to do this myself? Do the picture. Sorry, I'm getting wound up. There you go. There's the picture. Oh, look at that. What will change? And there's a load of shipping crates. Right, what does it say? It says, a vote to leave could mean a decade or more of uncertainty. Oh, that's terrible. A decade or more. It's like, they could herald in an era of doom. Rubbish. Right, what does it say? Oh, what's going on? Oh, sorry, hang on. Just brighten this up a little bit. Okay. Voting to leave the EU would create years of uncertainty and potential economic disruption. Oh, can you believe that? This would reduce investment and cost jobs. But would it? That's not true. It could be people could go, brilliant. Right. Scrub all that EU stuff straight away. We could say, don't do that, save a lot of money doing decent business, and then do it all for cheaper. And then people say, hey, let's do some business with Britain. They're the place to do business. That's the other thing. This is not even-handed at all. So yeah, would it reduce investment? Oh, it could happen. No, it's not definitely. The government judges it could result in 10 years or more of uncertainty as the UK unpicks our relationship with the EU and renegotiates new arrangements with the EU and over 50 other countries, and we're brilliant. Well, let's just do it. Instead of having a cabal of people like that Werfer, whatever his name is, and Merkel's telling us what to do. Oh, please, Mrs. Merkels, let us stay in your European wonderment so you can tell us what to do, because we need all the benefits, because we're only Britain. We only won 2 world wars against you, yeah? That's all we did. So please, can we stay in your little club so you can tell us what to do and sneer at us while you're telling us why we're wrong about everything and give you loads of money for the privilege? No, thank you. This you're not winning me over, Cameroon. Some argue it could strike a good deal quickly with the EU because they want to keep our access to the market. Yeah, I think that could be possible. But a government judgment it would be much harder than that. Less than 8% of EU exports come to the UK, while 44% of UK exports go to the EU, so they claim. Well, I'm not too sure it's going to be that hard. Don't believe it, it's just fear-mongering. Nothing they've said here convinces me. No other country has managed to secure significant access to the single market without having to follow EU rules of which they have no real say. Well, that's what you do if you send anything to anywhere. If we send stuff to America, we have to follow rules which we have no real say. At the minute, we've got no real say over the EU rules, and we're having to follow it as well. Stupid. pay into the EU. Well, we're not going to be doing that. End of story. And if we are, it's going to be reasonable payments. None of this or flannel juice where they just tell us what to pay. Oh, but you get a rebate, which we'll decide. Rebate? Then why do we give you the money in the first place? Anyway, except EU citizens living and working in their country. Well, yeah, fine, but at least we can say, well, we'll accept people, but we're not going to have millions of people coming over and have a proper, immigration procedure, and we don't even have to do that anyway. We just decide. It's just made up nonsense. There's no substance to this. A more limited trade deal with the EU would give the UK less access to the single market than we have now. Well, maybe, possibly, but is that going to be a bad thing? I don't know. It means we could get access to lots of other markets they've kept us out of. We could grow our own apples again, not have them all destroyed so the French can sell flipping golden delicious to everyone. We won't have our orchards and the potato. Including for services which make up 80% of the UK economy. For example, Canada's deal with the EU will give limited access to services. It's been so far 7 years in the making and it's still not in force. What does that mean? I mean, it's even saying that to me reads like they're saying that the EU haven't been able to pull their finger out and get a deal done in 7 years. What is it? That's stupid. That's an EU deal that we're doing with it that's stopping us trading with Canada. That's a stupid thing to put in there. Why did they put that in there? That's stupid. Ugh. Okay, controlling immigration and securing our borders. Interesting. Securing our borders. The EU is not part of the border-free zone. Well, it can't be because we're surrounded by water, so we have to have a border. Stupid thing to say. Which gives us the right to check everyone. Well, you couldn't not check everyone because what would we do, for goodness sake? We're an island. Stupid. Arriving from continent, including EU nationals arriving in continental Europe. Okay, brilliant. We can still do that. Immigration. The government has negotiated, but what we can't do is stop people coming across that they've jumped up, they stick on our border and think that they've got a right to let people just pass through from all the way down from Morocco, all the way up through all the EU countries. Oh, just pass them on. Oh, they'll go to UK, it's fine. Treat it like it's one country and then stick them on the border and then send them over on a boat or train into the UK. That's not right, no. I'm not necessarily saying anything against the people that do that. I'm talking that the system allows it. Just move a problem from down there all the way through because people will get there and they're just complicit in it. The government has negotiated a deal that will make a benefit system less of a draw for EU citizens. In future, no EU migrants will not have full access to certain benefits until they have worked here for up to 4 years. But, as I was saying, the EU Vice President just today said there's no guarantee this deal is going to get passed and it's gone too far and he doesn't think it should be passed. So, this to me, the way I see it, is a load of made up rubbish. They're talking in terms of certainties about things that might never come into law. The government will have greater powers to take action when there's abuse of our immigration system. No, they won't. They've got no guarantee of that. Stupid. Some people argue that leaving the EU will give us more freedom to limit immigration, but in return for the economic benefits of access to the single market, non-EU countries such as Norway have had to accept the right of all EU citizens to live and work in their country. Yeah, they might do. That's right. But, they may be, but is that a bad thing? I mean, we're talking, and then we'll certainly have more control than what we do at the minute. It works for Norway very, very well. Keeping us safer. EU membership means UK police can use law enforcement intelligence for 27 EU countries. Oh, because we never had Interpol before the EU. I mean, Interpol has been around for years, well before the EU was around. We share intelligence with police forces all over the country. But I tell you something, we can't have the American police turn up here and arrest us. Yeah? We share it with people from all over the world. But we can have EU police turn up and arrest us. I'm not too sure I want the Spanish police turning up and saying, Gloatysock,
We've got you bang to rights.
After they've had the siesta. Yeah, oh,
After we have a siesta, we book you in. Yeah?
I don't want that. They can do that at the minute. I don't want that. AU cooperation makes it easier to keep criminals and terrorists out of the UK. So it's tough. Oh, they've done a great job of that, haven't they? Phew. I think we were in the EU when the IRA were operating at their peak. Hang on, I'm going to brighten this off again. Just giving a bit of a brighten up because it's getting dark in here. Oh, I look like I'm in heaven again over this side. Okay. EU, yeah, this is really rubbish. Using the European arrest warrant, over 1,000 suspects have faced justice in UK courts, and over 7,000 have been extradited. And also, using our open borders, they've left this out. Convicted rapists, murderers, and all the rest of it have been able to come here as soon as they get out of prison, and we can't keep track of them because we don't even know they're here. We don't have. It's just so one-sided. Let's see what the next bit. Oh, UK border. It's got a big picture. It says UK border. This is not part of the European border free zone. See? What's the next page? How many more pages are there? This is getting boring. 2 more pages. Okay. Next page says the benefits of EU membership, and it's got a picture of a Asian family there. I'd say they were Indian. There they are. Looking happy. Nothing wrong with that. So, this one says, that on the picture it says, EU membership brings economic security, peace, and stability. That's what they say. So, let's read it. It says, the UK is part of the EU, a group of 28 countries. By the way, when we had the last referendum, this was about joining a small group of about 8 countries that we'd be in a trading bloc. And the pamphlet says, it's not about immigration, nothing like that. I'll have to read that pamphlet one day. You can see what it's that. I'll probably do it soon. Anyway, the EU exists to promote economic security, peace and stability, because we might well break down into European conflict if we're not in there. Stupid. You know, that's what I think that doesn't say that. I added that bit on at the end. The UK has secured a special status in the EU. Oh, aren't we lucky? Doesn't that confer a lot of lucky stuff upon us? The UK has kept the pound. Oh, thank you, keeping the one strong currency in the whole of the EU. Thank you. We've done well. Giving up the Deutschmark's been great for Germany, but I'm not too sure many other countries are that happy about it. I'm pretty sure the French would be happy to see the franc back. But the old drachma and the lira, I think they might be thinking twice about giving that up in Spain. Is it lira in Spain and Greece? The old drachma. The UK has secured a special status in the EU. Oh, wonderful. The UK has kept the pound and will not join the EU. And that's my phone. I'm just going to ignore that. Oh, no, I'm ignoring the phone. Please, wiring me. I'm in the middle of a video. Do. Oh, right, okay, hang on. No, I'm ignoring it. The EU operates as... where am I? We have ensured that no UK powers can be transferred to the EU in the future without a referendum. Well, that's funny because this must be in this thing that's been guaranteed by Cameron, that the bloke's saying, not only is he saying that they're saying in Europe, none of this is legal anyway, we probably won't pass it. They're also saying we need to ban referendums. That's what some of the senior people are saying in the EU. Oh, but no, we've guaranteed a referendum for the future. The UK will keep full access to the single market with a say on its rules. For every £1 paid in tax, a little over 1p goes to the EU. That's a lot of money, actually, an awful lot of money. And goes to a massive civil service and bureaucracy and all kinds of projects that wangle money that are probably undeserving, really. The government judges that what the UK gets back in opportunities, job creation and economic security from the EU membership far outweighs the cost. Opportunities for you and your children. EU membership means you and your family have the right to live, work or study abroad. Sorry, I'll go back to that. Yeah, that's what they judge it out with, but I'm not convinced. I'm not convinced. Particularly, we're net contributors to this system, you know. Surely Bulgaria, Romania, all around, well, some might say they get more out of it, but we're bleeding them dry of all their young people. You know, Poland was in disarray after all. The doers were moving to here, to the UK. You know, the architects were becoming plumbers over here. Anyway, opportunities for you and your children. EU membership means you and your family have the right to live, work or study abroad in any of the 27 other member countries. It also guarantees many employment rights. Yeah, but you can move to plenty of other countries. It's not like you can't move to Australia or America if you do the right thing. You got a job to go there. You fulfill the criteria. Is it? You know, it's just so inward looking. It's ridiculous. The UK is a leading force in the world. UK is a strong independent nation. Our EU membership magnifies the UK's ability to get its way on the issues we care about. I don't think nothing we've opposed has ever been rejected for about the last 5 years. This is completely misleading. We don't oppose hardly anything. Well, we do oppose it, but we don't stop it. We're bonded to it. It's just stupid. Gets it way on the issues we care about. EU action helped prevent Iran from attaining nuclear weapons. Oh, sorry, it was the EU. Oh, the EU action helped prevent it. Okay, so why don't we just close down NATO and the UN? Because they're pointless. Yeah, the EU did that. The EU, with no army. They've dropped getting an army for the EU for the time being, I think. But the EU, they sorted that out. No explanation. It's just the EU did that. Oh, no, they helped prevent, okay. And the EU is leading the world in tackling climate change. Well, I don't believe in climate change. I don't think it's a man-made phenomenon. So there you go. Right, what's the last page of this rubbish? I'm not won over yet, but maybe the last page will do it. A decision for a generation, is that? Yeah, look at that. See, picture of 2 people and a little child. Think about your children. A once-in-a-generation decision. The referendum on Thursday, 23rd of June, is your chance. Yes, it says, your chance to decide if we should remain or leave in the European Union. It's getting dark in here again. Let me boost up the brightness. Sun's going down. I've just boosted up the brightness artificially. Yeah, that's true. The government believes it is in the best interest to remain in the EU. You don't say. You've already said it about 8 million times. What does the pictures thing say? It says, the EU referendum is a big decision for you and your family's future. Just to ramp up the pressure. You wouldn't want to change anything. This is a bit of a gamble. That's what they're saying. Stupid. This is the way to protect jobs, provide security and strengthen UK's economy for every family in this country. They've given absolutely no reason why it's going to do any of those things. A clear path in the future, in contrast to the uncertainty of leaving. It's all about fear. They talk about leavers, being fearmongers. This is all about fear. This is your decision. The government will implement what you decide. Or will it? Or will it try and wheedle its way out? If you're aged 18 or over by 23rd of June and entitled to vote, this is your chance to decide. Registration ends on 7th of June. Alright, so it's the details. Referendum. If you'd like to know more information in this leaflet, go to EU referendum. Right. Anything on the back page worth reading? The government believes that voting to remain in the European Union is the best decision for the UK, it says. Protecting jobs, big tick in the box. A stronger economy, big tick in the box. Providing security, big tick in the box. The EU referendum is a once-in-a-generation decision. The government believes it is in you and your family's best interests that the UK remains in the European Union. Vote on Thursday, 23rd of June, 2016. If you would like further information, go to their stupid website. Well, that's interesting because there's a few things, I hope you don't mind me saying, I think they missed out. Yes, and I'll tell you some of them. For example, hang on, let me stick my eye on for this, because I don't want my eye falling off as Well, they haven't told about we spend a penny in a pound. Oh, right, okay. So what did that amount to? What does that penny in the pound amount to? And what about the huge amounts of waste that go into the EU? And what about the fact, that the EU have Angela Merkel, I believe she's the Chancellor of Germany. Why is it that all of a sudden everybody wanted to know what Chancellor Merkel said about things, and she was seemingly running the whole of the EU? Yeah, why was that? Why did that happen? Why did that happen? They haven't seemed to have answered that question. And when they're talking about protecting jobs, well, how did the EU protect jobs when we had no member states have huge emigration and immigration into the EU, mainly the UK? Like when we had massive numbers of Polish people, many of whom are my friends, but plenty of people came, and suddenly the trades found they were under pressure. How did that happen? How did that happen? Can anybody explain to me how did that happen? Does that protect jobs? Yeah? How about when we had job wages suppressed by mass immigration from the European continent? Did that protect jobs? Have wages improved massively under the EU? I don't think so. Are we now freely competing with everyone in the EU for jobs? I think we may well be. How much money do we spend? What kind of projects? How many European parliaments have we had built? Oh, build a new parliament. Oh, let's build a new parliament. Yeah. How much money does it cost? How much money do they cream off on every single visit for things? Why is it this small group of people are telling us? Why are they telling our friends in the Netherlands that when they have an EU referendum, they shouldn't have a... No, it doesn't matter. Oh, sorry. These are irrelevant people. This is irrelevant, this referendum. Why are they telling these people that, this is not a democracy? Oh, no, we've got the monopoly, they say. We've got the monopoly on all these things and progress and all the rest of it. And anyone who doesn't want us to do it, they're against the actual things happening. I want Europe to be a unified, happy, harmonious continent. Yeah, I want trade deals. I want free trade between the countries. I want sensible movement of people between the countries. Yeah, that's what I want. I don't want people to just go, oh, sorry Poland, we're all going, or sorry Romania, we're all going because things are a bit better in the UK to build up the country. Yeah, I don't want to build up this country. I want to go, yeah, we're in EU, that's great. But rather than take advantage of that and build up the country, I don't want to do that. No, I'm going to go to the UK and I'm going to make good money, and and that'll be great. And sorry, Poland, all the young people are gone. No, I don't want that. No, I do not want that. No, I want a EU that builds. It isn't a brain drain. Look at Greece. Greece is in a terrible situation because it's not just economically stuffed. All the people of any talent are leaving the country because nobody's got any money in Greece to pay for anything. So they have to go to another country to earn the money. Even if they've got a job, they're not getting paid, most people. There's no money going around in the system. So they've left. I don't want that. I don't want the people to know that they can devalue their currency and pull themselves out of their hard times without being in hock to Germany. I don't want Germany ruling it. It used to be France and Germany teaming up. Now France have been kicked to the curb. No, they're now lickspittles to Germany. No, I don't want that. I don't want a small group of people monopolising virtue. No, I don't want that. We can do all the things we need to do without Europe. And that's why I'm going to be voting to leave. Yes, because I have a vote. Even though I'm a suck, I have a vote. I'm going to be voting to leave. And that kind of pamphlet rubbish, trying to gerrymander the result, which I think should have been made illegal, it's no good. No. Yeah, so I might have lots of friends all over Europe. Some of my friends watch this channel. I've got friends all over the world. But I just cannot tolerate this cabal of dodgy geezers that go around fixing things and oppressing our fellow EU states, oppressing Greece, oppressing Iceland, oppressing Spain, with this economic tyranny that Germany are presiding over. I'm sorry, it's true. They're bullies. They're bullies. these other countries made mistakes, did unwise things, but they were trying to get into the club that Germany pushed them into being in. And I don't want it anymore. So that's why I say to you, people, British people, when you vote, eligible voters, whoever you are, whatever, anyone who can vote in this, please vote Leave, because that kind of tactic with them kind of booklets trying to pass fear. This is a time to stand up and forge a new relationship. We can achieve the aims that EU should be aspiring to without the corruption, without the layers of bureaucracy, without the dodgy civil service. We can do it, and Britain can lead the way, and I feel confident that if we vote to leave, then Britain will lead the way to something bigger. Yeah, the EU's that FIFA as far as I'm concerned. Yeah, and that's not a good thing to be. It's no good trying to, we'll stay in, we can fix it from the inside. No, we can't. We're completely ineffective. We can't oppose anything. So that's why I say, leave it. It's too far gone. We can't fix it. We must leave, and we'll form our own alliances, and something better will happen in Europe. Yeah, we don't necessarily need the EU. We don't need it. We need something sensible. Yeah, and the first step to getting that is to just say, no, we've had enough. The British people have spoken. We never signed up for this. The British people say, sorry, we don't give a cent for this anymore. We move on. Yeah, and that's my word on it. And look, if you've been watching this video and you've been enthralled, this is the longest pre-recorded video ever done. But thank you for watching. My name is Gloatysock. My Twitter account is @Gloatysock. You can subscribe to my channel by pushing a button around here. And you can also find me on Facebook. Just search for Gloatysock. You'll get my page. Yeah? Thanks for watching. Please vote Leave. Until next time, I say in the tongue of my Gallic cousins, Abiento.